Where you at, Berto?
Women are having meltdowns because even the nice guys are not chasing them anymore. They said nice guys finished last, but it seems like in 2025, right before the buzzer of 2026, the nice guys are locking in like, hey man, we not going outside either no more. Let's get right into the video and see what's going down. This video is by my boy, Ty Boogie.
Even though I had an amazing night tonight, I am still coming home alone. And
whatever happened to candlelit dinners? Whatever happened to talking until the sunrise comes up and you can see the stars?
The texting is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until I sent him the second restaurant. When I didn't hear back from him after I sent him the second restaurant, I knew he wasn't feeling it.
And obviously always have commitment issues. I know a lot of people date to date, but in my head that doesn't even make any sense. Like, why are you talking to someone if you don't have any interest of like actually being with them in the future? And I feel like that's why so many situationships happen. And I'm sorry, I'm just not understanding, like, we're only getting older, guys. Like, the second issue I always come across is that they're always somehow a little bit narcissistic. It's always about me. Like,
yeah. I think that me attitude comes from people like tired of getting played. Like, there's so many games that are getting played right now on social media and people blasting about how they play games with other people's hearts to the point where folks is like, you know what, I'm gonna just focus on me and what I can get out of it. But that ain't the damn answer.
Only think about themselves and like, oh.
But what did that say?
Girl, yeah, I couldn't read that.
Girl, we here. Y'all just ain't picking us.
Like, only think about themselves and like, oh. Like, no, baby. Like being so self-centered sickens me. The third is that they're avoidant, okay? And all these issues start piling up. And you're left there like, what the freak am I doing wrong? Because you can't read their mind.
The good guys are out there. You just pick the bad ones. When I hear stuff like that, and I'm gonna let this video play because y'all said I be talking too much. When I hear stuff like that, like they just don't be picking them. The way I read that, I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's nice guys out here. We're just not who you're attracted to. You know, you see us and you find a reason to not really like us. And I mean, it can be you're not attracted to us because, you know, some girls, they like a life that's kind of up and down, a little interesting. It's kind of entertaining. Like, oh my God, he's always into something different. He's always getting a phone call where he has to run. What is it about today? Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Like, some girls like lives like that. Fellas, there's girls that don't like lives like that too. On one hand, if they're not attracted to you, they're not attracted to you physically. But then on the other hand, it's like, ladies, if you want a man that is ready for what you're ready for, maybe you shouldn't put physical attraction so high on a pedestal.
I mean, I think there's two separate conversations, man. I think as a guy, you need to be striving to be the best version of what you can provide physically. You know what I mean? So whether that's getting in the gym, being in shape, you know, finding your own style, unique style that fits you, you know what I'm saying? Carry yourself in a way that is respectable. People respect you when you walk in the room. So not in no toxic weird shit, but, you know, looks maxing to a degree towards like, I'm the best, I'm presenting the best version of myself physically, and whoever's attracted to that is gonna be attracted to that. But then when we get into the conversation of like the nice guy and shit, it's like, bro, you don't need to be no asshole. Like, you want to be a respectable guy, you want to be a good guy, but, you know, when we talking specifically about the whole nice guy thing, that really just comes from having loser desperate energy. And I think that's what really makes women kind of be like, yo, I'm off of this nigga because he just so desperate. And a lot of guys, they do that. They be pedestalizing these hoes. Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it. But that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash. And the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy and this guy, all people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay free cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
But then on the third hand, I'm like, I gotta be attracted to my partner.
One of them all, lust
sure.
over love. Why is it so common these days that these men just be thinking with their dick? Like, whatever happened to being a
Y'all hoes be thinking with that puss too, though. Let's not act like that's not a thing.
gentleman? Whatever happened to candlelit dinners? Whatever happened to talking until the sunrise comes up and you can see the stars?
I ain't gonna
Okay, I think she's doing too much.
lie, I call those guys corny. Social media
As
has
fuck.
called that stuff corny. I'll never forget when I was in high school and my dad, there was this girl that I liked. He told me to send her a song and say, every time I hear this song, it makes me think about you.
I know you went outside doing that weak ass shit.
She laughed. Yo, that was crazy. That was like, I never want to listen to my dad again for dating advice. I'm like, bro. She was like, oh my God, you're so corny.
No! Ty Boogie, she hit you with the corny allegation? That hurts. You know, that's one of those situations where pops, that might have worked for you in 1980s, 1960s, my nigga, but not in the 20,000s, man. I said 20,000s. Actually, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Not in the 21st century, gang. These hoes need you to be pulling up in that Maybach or some shit. Hell nah. Fucking sending love letters and songs talking about this song made me think about you.
And I'm sitting there, you have one of those moments you start to think to yourself like, corny. Am I like a cute corny?
Yeah.
Or am I like a
No.
nigga get your ass out of here corny? What kind of corny is she saying? Y'all started calling that stuff corny.
Yeah, like what happened to the cute little dates? Like,
That's
why is
funny.
it always boba and back shots?
Real quick, I want to give a
Whoa.
special shout out.
My dog, get your money, boy, get your money.
Ask him for his number, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, if he's interested in me, like, he'll ask for my number. But they were like, no, just like ask for his number, it's fine. And then we were walking out. My friend was like, oh, you guys should exchange numbers. So then we did. And I was like, okay, let me know if you're going out after this. And he's like, yeah, I'll text you. And I was like, well, if I go home, like, I'm not gonna come back here, so I'll just wait for you to be done. And he just didn't, I don't know, he just kind of like disappeared. And I was waiting for his text, and he never texted me. But I feel like this is why I don't put myself out there. Like, if a guy wants my number, he will ask me for my number. Like, I feel like in no circumstance should I go ask a man for his number, because if he doesn't ask for mine, then he doesn't like me. And then it puts me in these like uncomfortable rejection situations that make me end up.
So you see, it's funny. Like, I'm not mad at anything she's saying. I'll even go as far as saying that I agree with her. But it's just always so funny when girls get put in a very normal canon event that all of us guys deal with every day. A nigga will get a girl's number, shoot his shot in whatever way to get a girl's number, and then just never hear back from that hoe. And when a girl, and that's just normal, you know what I'm saying? We just take that on the chin like, oh, that's just what it is. Like, you know, another L in the pile of L's that we just get in our lives. And then when it happens to a girl, they're just like discombobulated and confused. Like, no, this is what y'all do to niggas every day.
Feeling bad.
And y'all don't think twice about it. Like, oh yeah, no, I just left that nigga on red. Yeah, I'm not hitting that nigga. Like, he's nothing to me. He's a lame. He's too nice. I didn't like the way he blinked at me when I was talking to him. So he can't be the one.
And
Wait. Because that's the life of a man, though.
That's what I just
man
said.
has to ask you for your number, not knowing whether or not you actually like him. If an adult likes another adult, I think it should be okay for either party to say, let's exchange information. What's your Instagram? You know, back in my single days, I used to get that all the time. You know, what's your Instagram? Maybe nobody asked me what's my number, like just off rip. I ain't gonna say nobody, but women wouldn't usually say, what's your number? They would be like, what's your Instagram? That's their way. you know. But if you like somebody, it should be okay for you to say, what's your number? But here's the thing. This is where it gets real confusing. When you meet people on a night out, you have to understand when people go out, they're leaving who they are. You know, the person that they are, they're kind of leaving that person for a minute. They're drinking. They're trying to forget their troubles from the week and just enjoy themselves, right? So it gets kind of confusing where you're trying to get to know the person they are during the week when they're actually leaving that person at home and you're taking their conversation.
I like that perspective. That's something I didn't really think about.
Serious. It gets real confusing. And it's funny because me and my wife kind of met like that. You know, we met, I was out in California for 88 Mike School. It's basically a trucking school. And I was just around the way. Now, I mean, I was a night out with my battle buddies or whatever. And it was like this bar that's in the city that's well known. I met her, over When I See You from Fantasia. She'll tell you how the story and all that. Now, I mean, and I could just tell the vibe was there. Granted, I didn't really know the next day, like, was that just a night just vibing with a pretty face, or am I going to see her again? But she wound up being real persistent and all that. But it kind of comes with the game of meeting somebody at night. It comes with the game that you may just be one of the people that they talk to.
You might just be that one night stand for real. Whether whether y'all got all the way and knocked boots at the end of the night, or it was just some smiles and some laughs. You never really know how this shit gonna go
to that night. Because that person may have more plans to go to another place after you, and they gonna meet somebody else that they probably more attracted to, or they forget about you, or they get more drunk. There's so many things that encompass when you meet somebody when you're out. I wouldn't take that super personal, but at the same time, I would.
But this is, again, this is normal male canon event activities.
Wouldn't take the flirts super personal either.
So like, I'm not doing that again. That was horrid.
These two women have obviously been living up under a rock somewhere if they haven't heard.
My wife approached me, and we've been together for 25 years now.
The news that men are no longer pursuing women like that anymore. The guys are no longer placing their bets on relationships or marriage. It's 2025. Women should know, if you want a man, you better get out there and pursue him. And when you get him, your next job is to keep him.
Why is it always Boba and back shot?
Because he may not be there for a long time. He's just going to be there for a short time.
Okay.
I get it.
Say good time.
But I think that is what makes singleness so hard sometimes. Singleness is not hard all the time. I have not struggled with my singleness
singleness. Is that even a word? She's just making shit up.
My 10 years of being single.
Damn.
Like, it comes in waves. It comes and goes. But that is what is hard sometimes about single.
I've never looked at a woman that walked up to me and said, "You're cute. What is your name?" I never looked at her like, "Oh, you so thirsty." Nah, I looked at it like, okay, if I talk to you, I am not wasting my time. Because you had to really have some nuts to walk over here and say something to me. You know what I mean? So I think in the day where guys are getting played with so much, like, guys are getting finessed, guys are getting disrespected, guys are getting posted for approaching girls. Guys are a lot more hesitant than they used to be in the past. All right, so just consider that. You might want to let it be known, like, hey, I'm interested too. I think that's what adults should do.
And it just sucks, and it's understandable, and you grow up and you navigate that with your girlfriends and stuff like that. But that part is hard.
I am at my wit's end, and no one can tell me anything. I am at my wit's end. I'm at my wit's end, and after a really wonderful night of taking myself out, I am ending it in tears. I am ending it in tears. Because even though I had an amazing night tonight, you
know she's hurting because she's just sitting here in the dark dolo, in the whip, just venting to the cam.
I am still coming home alone, and it bothers me.
Wait, what? You went out by yourself, and you're surprised you're going home by yourself?
She was hunting, gang. She wanted, she was out on that prowl. She was hoping somebody was going to come grab her ass up. Go in for the kill.
Think you supposed to go home with somebody? So you on timing then.
That's what I'm
You know I mean?
saying.
You trying to backshot princess, because if you go home with a stranger, you think about the safety risk. You should be happy you go home by yourself. Maybe you left with some numbers or getting to know some people or something, like a couple of more options. But going home by yourself, man, you should be going home by yourself. I will say, you let a man come over and it happens the first night, there is a possibility, not saying it will happen, but there's a possibility that he looks at you a little bit different. And
Yeah, facts. But you know what I'm saying? Let this be known from all my brothers that are out here talking about it's dry and no women ain't on time. And listen to this woman. She's upset. She's crying in her whip because she ain't get no Johnson tonight. So let that be your message to shoot your shot, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you out here and you one of them horn dog ass niggas, you need to get some shit off. There's still women out here that are trying to get cracked by the end of the night by a stranger.
morning. Because the question always comes up, like, how often do you do this?
Yep.
Okay.
Am I the only? And this is where, like, again, I don't put this on all women for sure, because sometimes the vibe is just a vibe. And, you know, when that vibe is there, as two grown adults, you do what the vibe does. You know what I'm saying? It brings you to the end of the night and you might have a climaxing situation. It's just what it is. But it's always going to run through your brain like, am I the only one you doing this with? Or is there, like, and what makes me so special? I can't be the only one you moving with like this. It was
You didn't
too
know me
easy.
yesterday. How often do you do this?
Yeah.
Be honest. Huh? This is what you do? You talk over some drinks, then next thing you know, you getting your back blown out, huh? Is this what you do, Susan? Is this what you do, Annabelle?
I need to know.
Okay. All right, so it's okay that you went home by yourself. Hit up the brothers. Text them back.
Hurts, it's uncomfortable, and I'm not used to it. So
Guarantee you she got some niggas in her phone that she's dubbing that's genuinely trying to get to know her too.
I can complain about it. I'm not used to it. And
So what would
eventually
you
I'm going to
like
get
us
used
to
to it.
do?
And until then, I'm going to be crying about it.
Okay.
Well, ma'am, hopefully you have a cat or a dog at the house where somebody's there when you get home. That would help
Shout
you
out to
with feeling
Dating
better.
Right.
That's what I hear from other women who are in the same predicament you are in.
I'm on my first date with this guy, and it's going so good.
It's going overly good. You got this bitch cheesing in the bathroom.
I'm using the restroom, but I'm gonna show y'all like what I look like in a second.
Quick update, it's the day after the date, the day after the first date.
If I get off a date with a girl and I see she made a video on the toilet,
Yeah, I'm definitely like turned off. This better have been on the Finsta, but then it's like, we got it. We're reacting to it. So you posted that on your public shit for everybody to see.
on the toilet, the same day as our date, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna cut your goofy ass off, but be a red flag. Don't do it again. Why are you peeing and making videos for TikTok? Can somebody explain that to me? Why are you in the bathroom peeing? You ain't even wiped yet,
Facts, we was hearing it drip and shit.
and you're making a video for TikTok.
Which was fucking amazing, by the way. Absolutely
wash your
perfect.
hands
I'm in
first.
love, and he's my man, and he will be my boyfriend and my husband soon. And if not, then I won't finish the video. But he just called me and asked me to come grocery shopping with him. It's giving boyfriend. It's giving relationship. I'm a wife.
I ain't gonna lie, this is throwing me off. If I was in this situation, like I was seeing these videos, I would be dubbing her, bruh. Bitch is vlogging me like I'm a content experiment.
I'm a wife.
We don't talk no more.
She thought she had her a man who was gonna rescue her. But we all know Tyrone is undefeated.
Hey, listen, I don't even give a fuck if this shit come up on his For You
Why
page.
nigga gotta be
Cause we
Tyrone?
local as fuck, but I'm never booty calling none of my exes ever again. I call myself feeling feral, right? I'm at work and I'm like, ooh, I would like to, I was gonna say, So of course, who do I call? Favorite ex, duh. I texted him. What is that noise? What is that noise? I texted him earlier in the day. I was like, hey, are you busy later? He said, what's later? This is where he starts to piss me off already.
Why? Why? You just calling for some Johnson. Why is there anything pissing you off?
Off rip. And I said 8:30. Nigga gonna say, why so late? Huh? Late? I said 8:30 isn't late. The sun just goes down at 6 o'clock now. The fuck?
I was like, well, you know I got kids that I gotta put down, so you gonna come over after they go to bed. The hell? So boom, we got
Damn, you doing it with the kids in the
this
house?
time secured.
Oh, mom.
I'm thinking, right? And I'm so considerate. He got OCD, so I already had new sheets on my bed. Changed the new sheets to newer sheets.
Okay.
Washed new towels and new clothes, and I timed it so that whenever we was done, that the dryer would be done, so his towel and shit would be warm.
Oh, that's mad.
I ain't never had that ever happen to me.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, you might be wifey material. What happened? Why'd y'all break up?
That's really thoughtful. Damn, you timed the dryer for the worm towel. I ain't never had that. Nah, yeah, that is different. But I ain't gonna hold you. His picture is OD. Let me show you this dude picture real quick. His picture is OD.
Oh my God.
Legs in the air in the background is crazy.
What the
I'm
fuck
not
is
gonna
wrong with
hold
him?
You know, do what you do. But legs in the air is crazy in the back. He got these legs dangling in the back.
Trying to see what that be like right there. Look.
8:30 roll around. I think it was like 8:45 or some shit. I was like, you on route? Like, you on the way? He said, no. I'm on the way to somebody. He was gonna hit me up like 10:30 talking about I'm on the way. I said, no! Go home! So yeah, I woke up still pent up. Mind you, going to sleep ain't fixed that shit. So yeah, we not booty calling nobody no more, because that's a little too close to begging. And it was a high begging.
I'm never booty calling none of my exes ever again. I call myself feeling feral, right?
Hey, y'all.
Shorty, why you expect anything out of your ex? I think we all should understand that.
So, it's story time. Before I was single, which is now. Now is before is now. We're in the present moment. I was married for a long time. House, husband, children.
So why did you leave that?
Obviously still have my children, clearly. But I need men and women to understand that there is a difference between a girlfriend and a wife. I am not a girlfriend. I will never be a girlfriend. I am a wife. I will always be a wife.
I'm already hearing all the levels of delusion. Listen, you were a wife. I don't know the lore, but on why you are no longer a wife. But for the next man, you have to be the girlfriend before you even get consideration to be a wife. So you better figure that shit out.
Okay, yes, still.
So if I'm choosing to allow you into my life.
Look at this. Choosing to allow me into your life. Like the level of entitlement.
Humbly so. Just know that the goal is to be a wife. And if that is not your goal, respectfully, sir, goodbye.
Okay, wait, hold on. I'm not necessarily mad at what she's saying. Dating with intention, fine. But it's like, again, I'm just hearing some level of entitlement where it's just like, what happened with your last relationship?
You're seeing so many women come back out on the dating market with a lot of arrogant commands and trying to tell men how they are supposed to act. If that's the case, ma'am, you should have stayed with your ex-husband or go back to your ex-husband. The dating market is way worse than anything your ex-husband did to you. You should just go back to him. Work.
Unless you getting like hands put on you or you cheating. If it's like a communication issue, and listen,
you could fix that.
I tell you right now, please fix it. Please fix it, because a lot
it's cold out here in these streets. It's negative 300 degrees in these streets, man. It's cold.
I have been in these relationships for a very long time, and I'm really thinking about family right now that calls me all the time about this. But you've been with your partner for so long that you don't even appreciate the fact that you have a partner.
Yeah.
Like, skip the steps of how they are and y'all vibe. Just the fact you have somebody, all right? Now we could go into how they are. If it's a communication issue, fix that. If you know y'all just haven't like brought that spark back, try that. Because the fact of the matter is, if you've been in a relationship for that long, you're a lover girl. You're a lover guy.
Yeah.
You just don't realize it because you stopped appreciating the love that you have.
One thing I will say when it comes to relationships in general, though, that I think a lot of people kind of be fumbling the bag on is you got to always keep that shit like fresh. Like the intention has to always be there. And the best way to do that is just to never forget to stop dating your partner. You know, it doesn't matter if it's been 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, like whatever it is y'all think, whatever, you know, every relationship is different, but continue to date your partner. Continue to make sure every week you guys have something planned with each other. It doesn't need to be this big expensive, but like, yo, every Saturday we go on a walk. Every Saturday we have a dinner date, whether it's in the house or it's in the house. I mean, whether it's in the house or outside, we're always doing something. We're, let's go discover a new restaurant. Let's go, like just keep the intention there. You know what I'm saying? As a man, keep, showing up for your wife, find the little things that she likes, wife or girlfriend, the things that she likes, and just be intentional, bruh. I think too many people just get so comfortable in the situation where, yeah, like, no matter what, we're human and we're going to get used to shit. Like, and if you don't be intentional about your relationships, yeah, you're going to lose the spark and it's going to be a lot harder to see through all the bullshit. You're just going to be kind of clouded by, all the negative things, you know what I'm saying? So it's not perfect. It's hard. It's definitely easier said than done. But, I've had my fair share of, short relationships, longer relationships. My longest relationship was 5 years, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like that more just ended on some, hey, like I was just younger and we probably both just had more growing to do. Definitely, I know me, I could take some accountability there. So when it comes to them longer relationships, bro, it's just about being overly intentional. And I think that single-handedly can save so much. But both parties got to be on it, though.
So once you go outside, you're going to realize, man, the grass is not green on the other side.
It's never greener. And my bad to pause and yap again, but, bro, it's at the end, yo, if the world was going to end on some shit and there was only two people left, a boy and a girl, it was only y'all. And it's up to y'all to repopulate the earth and, figure it out. Y'all would definitely find a million reasons on why y'all don't like each other. But after enough time, you would also find millions of reasons on where you guys can, learn to understand each other, learn to appreciate each other. And then because of how detrimental the situation is, y'all would make it work. And 9 times out of 10, that's most relationships, gang. Obviously, I'm not talking about the toxic putting hands on each other and, cheating and all that stuff. Like, all right, fair enough. You shouldn't be dealing with that. But when you got just two good people, for the most part, y'all can make that shit work. It's like y'all just be lazy, gang, or just looking for the easy way out or thinking, oh, I don't like my partner because of X, Y, and Z. And this nigga over here does what I think he's missing. But in reality is that's just such a small change or such a small fix or just something that's not even really a make or break. You just looking for a reason to try and find the greener grass. Just to go get that little small patch of green grass that was missing, but you don't fuck with anything else that the other motherfucker got going on. And now you got a whole other bag of worms of shit that you got to get used to or accustomed to. The cycle never stops. There's going to be a honeymoon phase. And then after you get out the honeymoon phase, it's going to be a bunch of bullshit. And you're going to have to deal with that person's bullshit. That's every relationship ever. You know what I'm saying? It's great in the beginning and it just slowly starts to go like this emotionally because it starts to become normal. You start to get used to that person and that's a good thing. But y'all be literally confusing peace with boredom. You're entering the peace phase of a relationship, but y'all call it boring. And then that's when y'all leave. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy to see that so many people do that bullshit, bro.
not the same as before you met your wife or you met your husband. A lot of girls is out here to finesse these guys. There's a lot of guys just out here that just want to up their body count. Everybody is focused on how many people are in their DMs and not the substance that's in their DMs. So if you find a good person, work it out. Yeah. Try to work it out. You keep telling yourself, oh, I could find somebody that's better. I could do better. At least try where you are. Because the grass is not greener, and it takes a lot of going through the weeds to find something healthy.
And everybody has weeds. Everybody, bruh. Everybody. It might not look that way in the beginning because it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. You don't know what this person's about. So as you're, it's all dopamine. But eventually, just like caffeine, that shit gonna fucking, crash out, bruh. And you still gonna have to deal with it and get that work done. What, you gonna jump to the next nigga and the next nigga and next nigga? And that's why a lot of y'all old, single, and bitter. For real. For real.
Especially in today's time of social media.
Out because it's only gonna get worse for you. Men are gonna tell you whatever you want to hear for the first couple of months, and then they're gonna sleep with you and ghost you. Ma'am, go home.
All right, tell me what y'all would do in this situation, right? I already know what I would do, but I want to know what y'all would do. So this man asked me on a date on Monday, right? I told him I was free during the week. He said, where would you like to go? What time were you thinking? I said, I'm free Thursday, this time. He said, okay, cool. He asked me where I wanted to go. I said, I want to go here. I gave him the time. I gave him the place. He said, well, they only have reservations for outside. Is that cool for you? I said, no, I'm a cold lady. I need to sit inside. You know what I mean? But the next reservation for inside wasn't until later on in the evening. Now, he's coming from a little distance, and I wanted to be considerate of his traffic ride, right? So I said, I'll find somewhere else that's, in between both of those times.
Okay, fair enough.
I found another place. I sent it to him. I said, this has a reservation for this time. Now, when he asked me on a date, he said, something low-key and chill. Now, me, low-key and chill, 4 Seasons. That's what I do after I get my massage. I go to park by myself after I get my massage. That's low-key and chill to me. So when I gave him the second restaurant, it was low-key and chill by my standards, okay? Now, I realized it wasn't low-key and chill by his standards because I didn't hear from him.
Ladies, can y'all just try this for me?
4 Seasons. It's y'all first date, and you want the nigga to come out with 4 Seasons money. Unless we talking about a 4 Seasons, the only 4 Seasons I know is the motherfucker that's running $500 to $1,000 on the bill, gang.
Just try this. Try not to be a bill when a guy first meets you. Just try. Try not to be a bill. That is the biggest turnoff for any man. If you want to know the turnoff for a man, it is being a bill.
Like, to a degree, as a man, if you are financially fucked up, you probably shouldn't be prioritizing dating at the moment, right? I'll give y'all that. But, bro, I do not know you. A relationship is an investment. Why would I be investing all this time, money, and effort off of my first interaction with you? Can I get to know you at least before I think about spending some money like that on you? You know what I'm saying? Can we have some similar interests? Can I know what baggage you have? Can I know what you bring to the table? Can I show you what I bring to the table before I gotta start going 4 Seasons on them, gang? Shit is crazy, bro. Hey, man. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.